In Rock County, 130 positions are being cut from the Janesville School District to make up for a budget shortfall. News 3's Margo Spann has more on the cuts. Margo?
Susan, school officials say the layoffs would save the district about $7 million. Last night's decision actually came a week ahead of schedule, and the superintendent says they wanted to let their staff know as soon as possible in case they needed to look for another job. Many parents at Franklin Middle School are sad to hear some teachers will lose their jobs, but they are more upset on the impact it will have on their children's education.
Our children are the most important thing, and that's what's going to be our future. And I do have a son-in-law that's a teacher, and my daughter also does, and I just think it's awful what they're doing.
I have to say I'm devastated. I mean, I understand they have to make some cuts because of the situation that we're in, but to cut the teachers and cut the different programs, I just find deplorable, really.
The 130 positions set to be cut includes more than 50 teachers, 25 guidance counselors, and other support staff.
As we look at our budget reductions and bringing money in to offset the deficit, I certainly have those positions in mind to bring back as many as we can.
The head of the Janesville Education Association says the cuts will also create a bump effect, meaning if those facing a layoff are qualified to work in other areas, they can bump someone with less seniority out of a position and keep themselves employed.
For teachers or counselors or library media specialists that have been doing what they have a passion for 30 years, they are now going back into the classroom. Yes, they'll have a job. Yes, they will be equally as passionate, but should they train to do a specific job because that's really what they wanted to do? And the tragedy is they're not going to be able to come back to that job.
For parents, the bottom line is how the cuts will hit the classroom.
It's going to hurt the kids in the long run. That's what it really comes down to.
Now that the staffing cuts have been determined, the next step is for the school board to decide how much they'd like to use from their Fund 10 balance, also known as their reserves, and they're expected to make that decision at their next meeting scheduled for April 12th.
Margo Spann reporting from our Rock County Bureau at the Janesville Gazette. Margo, thanks.